Welcome to the Drivabus Farm. This year, the Drivabus Farm Historical Society got shut down by the virus, so we are presenting a virtual rendition of some of the things that happened at the farm. Originally, we thought we'd recreate the festival, but then as we looked at it, there are features that aren't seen during the festival that we could highlight in a virtual rendition of what happens here at the farm. And I'm Mark Drivabus. I'm the president of the Drivabus Farm Historical Society, and we're glad to have you with us to see some of the features of the farm that aren't normally seen. Today we're going to take a look at the cold cellar. This is a structure that's in the basement of the house. I'll talk here a little bit, then we'll go downstairs and take a look. You know, you think pre-electric era, what did you do for food preservation? We have an example of a Pennsylvania German farm garden here, which will be one of our featured segments of this virtual presentation. But then you get your farm products, what do you do with them? How are you going to get a carrot in January, February, or March? What do you do with your potatoes? Well, they had a system figured out with this, with the ground cellar or cold cellar. This was an underground vault that was designed to hold fruits and vegetables at temperatures probably close to 50 degrees. And we're going to go down into the basement and we'll take a look at that. Tradition has it that this house, built in 1868, was built on top of the previous cold cellar. We're not sure if that really happened, but that's what we've been told. It is a little unusual to have a cold cellar in the basement. Often cold cellars are a separate structure outside of the house, but this cold cellar is right in the basement. One feature with that, you wouldn't have to get cold to go down and get your potatoes and carrots in the middle of winter. So let's go on down and we'll see what it looks like down in the basement. Okay, well, come on, let's go down in and check out the cold cellar. Okay, so we are in the basement now, and you can see this is a massive vault. Thick stone. We'll go down another 3 or 4 feet to the level of the basement of the cold cellar. At times it does fill with water, but certainly throughout the whole year it uses the effect of the earth to keep the temperature cool inside the vault. Wooden doors would be shut to keep the cold air in, and this again is right in the basement of the house, accessible to the family. The basement wasn't just used for the cold cellar, however. This was an active part of the farm. All winter long they would butcher here, and we have accounts that in one winter they did 23 steers and 47 pigs that were butchered at the farm. Now obviously this was not just for the farm family. This would have been a contract for other people to sell the meat or be paid to butcher for them. We have large casks here in the basement that were used to store apple cider. It would turn to hard cider, and then after a bit would become vinegar. And vinegar was a common household agent that was used for food preservation. There are large butchering tables here, even some leftover milk cans. So the cool effect of the basement was used throughout the year for, as part of their food preservation. So we think now we can walk down into the vault and see exactly what it looked like down inside. So you can see the brick floor in its perfect condition. Nothing has been done to restore this vault. It is exactly the way it was for the last 150 years. The cellar down is dry. The water has receded. You can see on the side of the wall some holes. There would be racks here. And then what would you put on these racks? Well, they would be filled with dirt, and then all your ground vegetables like potatoes, carrots, turnips, that would be buried under a layer of dirt, and then they would be preserved that way. With a cool temperature and in the soil, they would last easily throughout the winter to keep the family supplied with food. Sometimes meat and milk could be stored down here also to take advantage of the cool temperature. You can see the vaulted ceiling, been whitewashed with a lime mixture, and there's a stone foundation. But this is quite an effort to dig a vault of this size, but it was an important part of the family's food preservation efforts. So we will turn around now, we'll head back out the door and you get a view of the other side of it, and head on upstairs. Okay, so we'll leave the vault now. We'll go back upstairs, but just watch your head on the way out. Thank you for coming today and visiting with our virtual presentation of the ground cellar. As always, we appreciate financial support. We appreciate our wonderful volunteers who really make this place keep running, and hope to have you come to visit our events throughout the year. Stay tuned to our website for announcements of when we are up and running and able to present things to the public that would be of interest.